Good afternoon. This is Tony Cherniawski with the Practical Investor, LLC. Today is November the 6th, 2008, and the topic for the day is 2 probable scenarios for the Dow. Quite a move down today, wasn't it? Was it a surprise to you? I hope not. That means you've been watching my earlier videos. This was expected. In fact, we've been talking about some kind of very large drop since about the middle of October. It's finally come about. In my last several videos, what I had discussed was the fact that our drop was delayed by the presidential elections, and now that the elections are over, there's a little bit of scorched earth coming about in the markets. So let's talk about that a little bit and see where this can lead. We're on the horns of a dilemma right now. It's too bad that we can't be super definite about the outcome of the markets, but we have 2 very informative scenarios. So let's go to them right now. First of all, for you Elliott wavers, there's 5 waves down. Now the question is that a completed impulse, or is that a smaller part of a larger impulse that is going to be extended? Well, the fact of the matter is we have 2 scenarios based on that Elliott wave, plus the fact that we have support at a very important area, right around 8150 in the Dow. First of all, scenario 1 is that we have an incompleted impulse and that we've got to have 2 more waves down that should end right around 8150 or maybe a little bit below. There'd be no surprises if it even went below the 7700 level that I've got as the October the 10th low. That being the case, that means that the 8150 mark or something a little under that could provide important support for the Dow Jones and give us a little bit of a respite before the market continues down. Scenario number 2, however, is very, very intriguing because it allows for the fact that we have 5 waves already, a possible completed impulse, which means that we are going into wave 3 of 5, which could be the largest wave down. As a matter of fact, my target for this wave, if it is a wave 3, would be about 7100 on the Dow, which puts it smack in the middle of my bearish wedge targets that I've got in red. Very intriguing. So right now, we still don't know the answer, but I wanted to lay out the 2 probabilities. Number 1, is there bad news out there that could spark or be a catalyst for a much, much larger wave down? Namely a wave that might be as many as 1,600 points to the downside. If that's the case, we're going to be getting into our bearish wedge targets very, very soon. By the way, that may not be the final target. This is only wave 3, understand. So that's item number 1. Item number 2, we find some kind of support at a higher level and maybe take a rest from this decline. Frankly, we're running out of time on this cyclical low, and by the way, when we hit this cycle low, it must be lower than the October 10th low. So we are running out of time. My original date was actually going to be November the 7th. We could extend by a day or 2, and so I'm looking at that as a distinct possibility. Given all that, I just wanted to lay out the scenarios for you. This can be a very interesting time because in flags at half-mast, if you've seen that video, one of the things I warned about is a potential day or 2 of closed markets. The circuit breakers in the market close after an 1,100-point drop on the Dow. Now, recall what I just said. There's a potential for a 1,600-point drop. If it tries to do the majority of that drop in one day, guess what? The market closes early. This is going to lead to a very, very interesting situation on Monday, being tomorrow is Friday. Not a healthy spot to be in, let me say. And until this wave is finished, it's hardly going to be worth the effort of anybody to try to intervene on it. What I found is that you can intervene on corrective parts of the market, which is what we've gone through for the last couple of weeks, but when you're in an impulse, intervention doesn't do a darn bit of good. So, given that, again, 2 scenarios. One is that we stop around 8,100, maybe around 8,000. at the worst. But the scenario number 2 is that we just keep on going. Something happens. We don't know what it is, a catalyst of some sort. But whatever it could be, we could be in for quite a ride tomorrow and into Monday and Tuesday as well. I hope this has been informative. You can reach me at tonyc@thepracticalinvestor.com. And my website is also thepracticalinvestor.com, where you can read a couple of the more recent articles that I've posted there. Thanks very much, and have a great evening. And please, do the right thing.